Hi everyone, my name is Nonso Maxwell Obieyisi and welcome to my presentation, Africa's Beauty and Nigerian Culture. Africa, the second largest continent in the world, second largest and second most populous continent after Asia in both cases, covers about 6% of Earth's total surface area and 20% of its land area, 1.3 billion people as of 2018. There are about 56 countries in Africa, 54 of which are fully recognized by the United Nations. Traditions and culture. African traditions are expressed through music, art, food, clothes, dance, sculpture, and beadwork. These traditions are deeply ingrained into the whole African culture, which is true because we Africans, we always like to be on full display. We always like our attires, we like our dances and our art. It's just part of who we are, and we're never ashamed to embrace it. We love our dances, we love our music, we love our art, and most especially, my personal favorite, love our food. I love the food so much. There's a saying that they say, it's how does it go? The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Yeah, my mama taught me that. And so African food always gets you, always. It's so good. You have over here, we have jollof rice. This is gonna be, I'm gonna touch on that later. It's gonna be a topic of its own because it's like one of the most popular dishes in many African countries. And we have over here, we have plantains, we have chicken, we have meat in general is a huge part of a lot of African dishes. We just love meat. So it makes you wonder why such a vast continent filled with so much rich culture and tradition and beauty is always displayed in such a negative light by the media, by the Western media to be specific. Like, why does that always happen? They always associate Africa with, just poverty, AIDS, Ebola, huts, forests, just kind of like nothingness. And just so much more that can be shown, but they just don't show you. And it's not like they don't know, they just don't show you. And you're just like, why? There's so much more. There's so much more out there. There's so much more than just huts. And just, they always like to show animals. They always like to show the lions and zebras and giraffes and stuff, but that's just it. They don't show you the cities. They don't show you anything else. And that brings us to this article written by Virgil Hawkins titled Shithole Countries, the Media's Portrayal of Africa Reconsidered. And he says, to call Africa diverse is a vast understatement. People from the continent occupy all walks of life. There are farmers, builders, office workers, computer programmers, fashion designers, doctors. The fact that it seems at all necessary to have to make a point of spelling out the diversity of the continent and the basic nature of human existence speaks volumes about the degree to which the entire continent of Africa and its billion inhabitants seem to be all too often reduced to a single crude stereotype, or in this case, into a single derogatory adjective. Took the words right out of my mouth. He goes on to say, I'm gonna bring this down. He goes on to say, a study of US television news found more than 60% of news of Africa focused on conflicts, terrorism, disasters, disease, and other tragedies. A study of Japanese newspapers found 70% of coverage of Africa to be negative, more negative than that of any other continent. Even with news about conflicts, the more positive aspect of peacemaking is less likely to be covered for the conflicts in Africa than it is for the conflicts in the Middle East. One cannot help but come to the conclusion that race and or socio-economic status is also playing a role in the determination of newsworthiness. It makes you wonder what nowadays just what makes the news? They just it feels like people pick and choose what to show people. And what I've never really understood is why they never show you all of Africa, all of it. There are 56 countries in Africa, and in these countries there are ethnic groups, and within this ethnic groups there are subcultures. So there's a lot of things that they don't show you. They just they just take part of it. They take, that's not to say that the huts that you see is not part of, tradition and stuff, but it's just taking a little part of something and making it as the entire whole. That is bad. That's like if I went to some rural part in Montana, took a couple of pictures and went online and said, "Ooh, this is what North America looks like." No, I would just look stupid. So I don't understand why they do that. This is what is very commonly seen when it comes to Africa. They show you again huts and poverty. They show you this, thatch houses. It just, yeah. What they don't show you is this. They don't show you the vacation spots. They don't show you the cities. They don't show you all of this, the beauty, all of it in its full glory. They don't show you that. I've never understood why. And Africa has a lot of resources. Africa is rich in natural resources ranging from arable land, water, oil, natural gas, minerals, forests, and wildlife. The continent holds a huge portion of the world's natural resources, both renewables and non-renewables. It has a lot of stuff, and they know. People over here know because they have foreign trade with a lot of African countries, in exchanging of resources and stuff. So they go over there, they have meetings, they see all these beautiful parts, but then they come here and they portray Africa in such negative light. It makes you wonder again why. I mean, we all know why, and we're getting to that. So we have Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the countries in Africa, located in West Africa, home to a total of 206 million people, has been described as the giant of Africa, has very rich and diverse cultural heritage with over 250 to 300 ethnic groups. There's a lot of ethnic groups in a country. And within these ethnic groups, again, these ethnic groups, they're subcultures. So you see, there's a lot that they don't show you, a whole lot. This is Nigeria. This right here is Enugu State. Shout out to Coast City, where I live. Um, Enugu State. There's a lot of look at the beauty. They won't show you this. This are the ethnic groups. These are the Igbos and Igbos. So Igbo Kwenu. So there's Igbos, they're the Yorubas, they're the Hausas, they're the Tiv. There's a lot of ethnic groups. There's a lot of them, even in different countries. A lot of ethnic groups. But right now we're going to focus on Nigeria. And Nigeria has out of all these ethnic groups, there are three major ethnic groups. So there's the Igbos, the Yorubas, and the Hausas. We'll start with the Igbos. The Igbos have been known to, they've been described as the most resilient people. You know, they never give up. For us, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. We keep pushing, and as it with the Igbos. The Yorubas are the more ambitious people. That's what they've been described as, the more ambitious people. They've dominated a lot of things. A lot of things like the music industry is dominated by the Yorubas. Is the movie industry, the music industry, dominated by all of them. And yeah, we have the Hausas. They're more the more religious group, and they're more into politics. They run a lot of political aspects of Nigeria. And then you have the traditional dishes. This is my favorite part to talk about. So we have soup. We have different types of soup. We have okra soup. This is okra soup right here. It's also known as draw soup because it's kind of stretches when you try to take it. So we have okra soup. We have egusi soup. Egusi, but it's never really been my favorite, but don't let people hear it, they'll come for me. But it's never really been my favorite soup, but it's part of it. We have onubu soup, we have oha soup. I'm gonna show you all of it. This right here is called gari. It's made from processed cassava, and so the process of making it is actually okay. Processed after it's been processed from cassava. You just put it in boiling water and you stir it till it becomes thick, and we use it to eat our soup because our soup's not like the American soups. It's thicker. It's thicker, so you have to use the take the gari and you take it out and you eat it. Yeah, we use our hand. It hits different. And so here I'm gonna move so you can see more of this. Here we have our, what we call African salad. African salad. It's also known as abacha. So it's just made of a lot of vegetables and stuff, and it's really healthy. Commonly eaten with like kanda. This meat right here you see is called kanda. It's from a part of a cow. I don't know what part of the cow, but all I know it is really good, really good meat. And so yeah, we have more soup. We have soup. This is oha soup. Depends on what the dialect. People call it ora soup. People call it oha soup. So yeah, that is what it is. This right here is vegetable yam porridge. It's really good. I mean, not really my favorite thing because I don't really like vegetables and I don't really like yam, but it's really healthy and it's really good. People love it. And then we come to the most popular dish in Africa, the jollof rice. That's right. The jollof rice is one of the biggest, it's literally caused wars. It's caused wars, food wars between African countries. And Nigeria won, I'll tell you that. That's right. Nigeria has the best jollof rice. Shout out Nigeria for life. But yeah, Nigeria has the best jollof rice. Jollof rice, it's what makes it very unique is that there are different techniques in making it, and that's what brings about all these competitions from different African countries because different people make it differently, and so people trying to sort out the best one, because they add different ingredients and do stuff. But I'll just tell you right now, Nigeria has the best jollof rice. Don't let nobody tell you different. But yeah, jollof rice is one of the most popular dishes. And then we have the nightlife. Just they don't show you this part. This I'm sorry that I kind of blocked it with this title here, but what he's basically doing, he has his knives and the meat. Oh, I'm gonna go back up. Excuse me. So he has the meat. This right here is called suya. So this is a they have a suya. It's kind of how do you like describe it? Kind of like think of it as a meat kebab. Yeah, because they have meat suya, they have chicken suya, they have fish suya. So it's a place. They're just local places that you go to, and they just make it up for you, and they fold it in newspaper. And so like it has to be folded in newspaper. That's how you know it's suya. It has to be in newspaper. They wrap it up with newspapers, and it's really good. And you can eat it while you're walking on the road. You can go home and share it with your family. It's really good. It's part of the culture, the nightlife. You walk around, and like where I live in Enugu State, in Enugu, you come out and music is always booming from like different shops or different stores, and people just walking, going on a stroll, and you just listen to music. People just dancing. It's really lively and it's really beautiful, and that's the part that they don't show you in the media. Never really understood why. There's so much more, but they don't show you. They don't show you. And so resources, just so I can be sure I'm not blocking people's view. Nigeria is a country widely known for its vast hydrocarbon wealth. It is rich in petroleum, natural gas, tin, iron ore, coal, shout out to Coal City, limestone, lead, zinc, and land. These are all the things that foreigners come into Nigeria to trade. America does it, like a lot of countries. But then when you come to the media portrayal of it, it's just they don't show you these parts. They don't show you the beauty. They don't show you what they've seen. They just have this, and I feel like it all stems from oppression, because it's kind of a form of oppression, just to kind of portray the people that this whole, not even just a country, it's a whole continent, the second largest continent in the world, is being portrayed as people even mistakenly call it a, I don't know if it's a mistake, but people think it's a country. Africa, I will say this perhaps for the last time, Africa is not a country. Don't say that. When you say that to someone who is from there, especially, it makes you, they look at you like you're crazy. Because why would you do that? People know Asia is a continent. People know North America is a continent, South America is a continent. So why don't people know that Africa is a continent too? Media portrayal, negative light, exactly what we're talking about. So there's just so much more that they never show you. And I just took it upon myself today to just tell you, hey, look, this is Africa. It has 56 countries in it, and within these countries, there are ethnic groups, and within these ethnic groups, there are subcultures. So there's a whole lot of things, broad things. Like it's so vast, but they don't show you all of this. They just show you huts or poverty. And that's not to say again that these things are not happening, but also like people always. I've met people that make jokes saying, "Let's go feed the poor kids in Africa." That's good and fine, but let's feed the poor kids here too. Like the homeless. What about the homeless? Let's donate and help the homeless here. How about you like help solve the issue in your own country before you try to go help a whole continent. Okay, so yeah, and then I've had people also ask me questions like, would you just see lions on the street or what? Like, do they just roam about and like I don't know how they phrase it. I think I might be phrasing it wrong, but like they just ask me. It's like they have this perception that we have wild animals just walking around, taking a stroll. We have lions just casually passing by, and I could just be going on the stroll and I see a lion. I'm like, hey, what's good, bro? And it's like, and it's walking. I'm like, no, what? No, that's not what Africa is like. No, if you see a lion, you better run. Oh, not run. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Probably run. But yeah, so that's not what it's like. There are cities, there are tribes or villages, there are different places, but you don't see lions or cheetahs or giraffes or zebras just walking by casually. No, it's not a zoo. Okay, it's not. So today, I hope you kill that mentality, and I hope I've given you enough to make you go out and do some more research, and just to have better knowledge on Africa in general, just to know all about it. And it's a lot, and it will probably take you a while because it's not something that you can just, or learn about in a day. There's a lot. Like I keep saying, it's very vast, and they've not even begun to show you. They've not even begun to show you like um, the majority of it. There's a lot that's still missing, but yes, I hope after today you get to you know learn more about it. And also, I just have to put this out there. So when you meet a person from Africa, I don't know why a lot of white people do this. You meet a person from Africa and you're like, oh, where are you from? And the person, like, for example, will say, oh, I'm from Nigeria. And they're like, oh, that's good. And you say, I have a friend from Kenya. Okay, why like why okay, what is that? You think that all Africans just we just all know each other? Or like if you say like, oh, Nigeria, Kenya, or we don't all know each other like that. Like I don't know, it's just like me saying, oh, where are you from? And you're like, oh, I'm from America. I'm from America, Jersey. And I'm like, oh, I have a friend in Greenland. And then I'll be like, okay, but how does that relate though? See, exactly. It just I don't know why people always do that. So when someone tells you, "Oh, I'm from Nigeria," like, "Oh, that's good." It ask them questions about you know where they're from. Don't start saying you have. I don't know what your friend in Kenya has to do with anything. I don't really know. So I just thought I'd bring that up since we're talking about all of this. I might as well just bring it all out. So yeah, I hope I was able to help you learn more about Africa. Um, yeah, there are also issues that are going on with like in Nigeria with the End SARS movement. Again, it's also part of the oppression with the government oppressing the people. Sounds familiar? Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to create awareness so people know about this and just just again learn more and try to help out however you can. And I really hope my slides have helped you so much. It was a real pleasure making this slide. I was a bit nervous, doing this, but I'm like, I have to do it. I have to tell people, they have to know. They have to know the media always portrays Africa in a very, very bad light, and I do not like that. But so I hope you have fun and I hope you enjoy every other presentation, and I will see you. Bye.